Am I the asshole for telling my dad's wife that she ruined my half-brother's chance at having a family? Posted by u/fractured sibling bonds. I'm a 22-year-old female, and honestly, my family history reads like the script of a messy drama series. My parents divorced when I was little, after my dad had a long-term affair with the woman he's now married to. Let's call her Denise. And here's the kicker. My dad and Denise had a son during the affair, my half-brother Ethan, who is now 15. When the affair blew up, my mom packed her bags and left. She deserved better. And my dad's entire side of the family, they were furious. They didn't disown him, but they drew a hard line. They told him, "You're still our son, Ethan is still family, but Denise, she is never welcome at our events." The deal was clear. Ethan could come, but only if my dad brought him alone. But Denise hated that. She felt disrespected. She refused to let Ethan go anywhere without her. So guess what happened? Ethan never got to know our grandparents. I'd go to Christmas dinners, birthday parties, barbecues, graduations, and Ethan was always missing. I felt sad for him, but it wasn't my choice. Denise made that choice. Fast forward to now. My grandparents have this tradition where they help each grandkid with a down payment for an apartment after college. They recently told me they're setting that up for me once I graduate. I didn't think much of it. It's just something they do for all of us. But Denise, she lost her mind. At a family dinner, she suddenly started going off about how unfair it was. She said my dad's side of the family was cruel and petty, and that Ethan was being punished for mistakes he didn't make. She even turned to Ethan and said, "Life isn't fair, sweetie. You got the short end of the stick with family members who are petty and cruel." I looked straight at my dad, silently asking him, "Are you seriously gonna let her say that?" But he just sat there, silent, like always. So I snapped. I told her, "No, Denise, the short end of the stick isn't my grandparents, it's you." And I added, "You're the one who blocked Ethan from having a relationship with them. You made a choice, and your choice cost Ethan a family." Denise turned bright red. My dad glared at me. Ethan just sat frozen in shock. Later that night, Denise sent me a long text accusing me of disrespecting her in front of her child. She said it's her prerogative to manage his son's relationships, and she called my grandparents vindictive monsters. I didn't respond, but word got around quickly. Ethan's been upset, asking hard questions about why he was kept away all those years. My dad says I was cruel to dump that truth on him. But here's what I can't get over. Denise brought it up first. She put him in that position at the dinner table. I just told the truth. So, am I the asshole for telling her to her face that she ruined my half-brother's chance at having a family? Part 2, what happened after I told my dad's wife that she ruined my half-brother's chance at having a family? After that dinner, things got tense, fast. Denise stopped speaking to me altogether. My dad kept sending me these short, cold texts saying I owed her an apology. But the real storm came from Ethan. Ethan started asking questions, hard questions. He called me one night and said, "Is it true? Did Mom really stop me from seeing Grandpa and Grandma all these years?" I told him the truth, that yes, the grandparents never wanted Denise there, but they always wanted him, that there was an open door for him, and it was his mom who shut it. Ethan was crushed. He told me he felt cheated, like his whole childhood had been stolen. He said, "So I could have had cousins, holidays, birthdays with them, but I didn't because Mom refused?" What could I say? I just told him, "Yeah, you deserved better." After that, he started pushing back at home. He told my dad and Denise he wanted to see the grandparents, with or without her. And suddenly, Denise wasn't so confident anymore. She tried guilt-tripping him, saying, "If you go without me, you're betraying me," but Ethan just shut his door on her. My grandparents eventually invited Ethan over themselves, and for the first time in his 15 years, he sat at their table. I'll never forget that moment. My grandma hugging him like she'd been waiting his whole life. He cried, they cried, I cried. Denise was furious when she found out. She accused me of manipulating her son against her. But honestly, I didn't manipulate anything. I just stopped covering for her lies. Now, my dad barely speaks to me, Denise has me blocked, Ethan sneaks calls to me late at night, and the family is more divided than ever. But here's the thing. Ethan finally knows the truth, and he finally has a chance to build the family ties he was robbed of.
If that makes me the villain in Denise's story, then so be it. So what do you think? AITH for tearing open the truth, even if it meant blowing up my dad's marriage and forcing my half-brother to see reality?